Since viewing the final episode of Lost, I, like many other fans, have browsed the internet for a further understanding of the enigmatic finale. In my search, I came across a multitude of theories, most of them very valid in their own right, and certainly more explanatory than the show's conclusion. No matter what, I refuse to believe that the explanation is, they were already dead the whole time. That is bullshit. They traveled through motherfucking time. There were parallel universes. And that one time, Desmond used a key to reset some shit or something. I'll admit, my attention span may not be Mensa quality. But did they really think that I would forget about that shit? Don't tell me they were dead the whole time, because there is no way that shit is that entertaining when you die. One of the main last lines of the show was everybody dies sometime. Yes, they do. Thank you for telling me that. Apparently every writer stops giving a shit sometime as well. However, in reading through the many opinions available on the web, I realized that, despite the many well-thought-out interpretations of the show, I just wanted something more concrete. As emotionally satisfying as the end may have been, so many questions were still unanswered. Why the fuck was Desmond special? What was the goddamn Dharma Initiative all about? There is no fucking way they were just studying shit. Babies can't be born on the island? Fucking why? Claire's baby was born on the fucking island. Whatever. As you certainly know, Latin is common within the Lost universe. And in devising my own breakdown of the show, one of the most famous Latin phrases of all is what finally gave me some closure. Ante non sunt multiplicanda praeter necessitatem. Or, simply put, Occam's razor, which is the meta-theoretical principle that the simplest solution is usually the correct one. And so, using Occam's razor as my guide, I will attempt to explain Lost. Foremost, the show is called Lost. Although blatantly obvious, this, in itself, makes clear several points. 1. That the characters are lost. The show is not called Plane Crash. Furthermore, it is also not called Dead. When I lose my keys, I cannot find them. Still, I know that, even though there is a slim possibility that they have slipped into a parallel universe, I'm 100% fucking certain that they still exist. Anyhow, for the next part, I will enlist the help of my friend here. Once again, please remember that, if you keep in mind Occam's razor, the simplest solution is usually the correct one. Perhaps you too will find some closure with the broken ass end of this awesome show.
So did the plane really crash, or did they die, or what the fuck?
Yes. The plane crashed. Approximately mid-series, the plane falls out of the sky and crashes.
So, they weren't in purgatory, or limbo, or hell, or whatever.
No. They were in a plane crash. It crashed on an island.
But what about the church scene, with Jack and his father, and the white light?
Based on Occam's razor, the ending scene does not fit. For example, let's say you have an apple, an orange, and a jackhammer. No matter how you look at it, the jackhammer does not fucking belong. In transitioning the characters in the alternate reality, from the concert to the church, the simplest solution is that the show ended, and that the writers could not think of anything good. So, rather than conclude the show with an explanation, they just made some shit up, and quit.
That's lame.
Yes. It absolutely fucking is.
So, what about the alternate reality, parallel universes thing?
The alternate reality was created when Juliet detonated the hydrogen bomb. In addition to creating the alternate reality, the characters in the new reality subconsciously retain the memories from the first reality, which are eventually triggered through contact with one another. That is why they all make out with each other.
What about the cork in the island?
That was just fucking stupid.
I agree. What was with the uncorking and recorking ordeal?
From the flashback episode, with the Man in Black and Jacob, we learn that the Man in Black became the smoke monster when Jacob threw him into the source. However, when Jack, Desmond, Locke, and Hurley go to the source, they descend into it just fine. Since this contradicts what happened to the Man in Black, then the simplest explanation is that the writing for the show is fucking poor.
Why did the Man in Black want to leave the island?
Well, it doesn't really fucking matter anymore now, does it? At that point in the story, I just started to make shit up and write my own story. In my story, the Man in Black wasn't even in it. and Jacob either, because he was a useless faggot. Locke dies in the first season, after being beaten to death by a 12-year-old. Sid and Shannon make it off the island. Kate and Jack make it to another island and live there. Juliet and Sawyer go back in time to the 70s with Miles. Oh, and Jack and Kate go back too, 'cause that was really cool. In the end, they discover parallel universes exist, and they start a plane crashing business so that people can travel back to the 70s.
I just pretend the series ended after the season 5 finale.
Yeah, me too.